Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video I'm going to be doing a full face of makeup using only products that I hate or dislike. I don't necessarily hate all of these products. Some of them I use, but they're not my favorite, and there's just so much there's better stuff out there. So yeah, let's just get straight on to the video. So first thing, I don't have a primer, but I thought that'd be good because the foundation I'm using, I really want to see how it works with a good primer under it. This is the Too Faced Hangover Primer, and this is one of my favorite primers ever. It is so good if you have dry skin. For foundation, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Dream Velvet Soft Matte Hydrating Foundation. When I'm using a sponge, and if the sponge isn't working, I'm going to use a brush. God, this is so orange and dark. But I remember putting it on and my skin just looked cakey and dry and just gross. And I guess it's soft matte, and maybe that's why I don't like it, because I don't like my skin to look matte. I can just see everything on my face, all those little bumps I usually don't see. You probably can't see it. I'm actually going to zoom this in. I had a little bit of texture on my cheeks. I just have those little bumps. But they're not anything, and I actually don't ever even see them unless I'm really looking for them. If I don't have makeup on, you can't see them. Only if you feel my face, they're that small and stuff. And with this, I can see them, and I can just see everything I don't like on my face. Why? And it's not looking too bad with a sponge. It oxidizes so fast and so much. You look at this side of my face, and then I take some and I put new on. You can see where it goes because it's light. I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but I can see it in person. I just don't like the way my face looks. Moving on to concealer. So this isn't a bad concealer, but it is way too thick. Way too thick. This is the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye. So thick. Can you see how thick that is? And I also don't like tube concealers because I like to have an applicator, but it's okay. I'm just going to go in with a beauty blender since this is such a thick foundation or concealer. That is so white. Oh my goodness. I still just don't like the foundation. I don't like the way it's sitting on my skin. I'm just gonna update y'all. Just because it's been sitting here for a minute. It does dry down pretty good. So if you're oily, maybe this foundation would work for you. Personally, I just don't like the way it sits on my skin. Maybe if I tried a lighter color, but I just don't like matte foundations since I'm so dry. I like to look dewy. I'm gonna go ahead and highlight my face just to balance out these under eyes. In person, I feel I'm just looking at the camera, so I don't know how this is gonna look once it's on my computer, but in person, the contrast of color isn't that bad. This foundation is definitely 2 shades too dark for me, and this concealer might work. I don't know, maybe I just didn't give them a fair chance before. I don't think I'll be trying the foundation again. I just don't like the way it finishes. Powder. Everyone raves about the AirSpun powder. Let me tell you something. I don't like it. It's just so drying to me. I can't even. Okay, we're going to go ahead and set my under eyes. I don't know. I think I'm going to do one side with a sponge and the other side with a brush because I do like to set my face both ways. Take my favorite under eye brush, and this is the Royal and Landnickel contour brush. I got this from Walmart 1 or 2 years ago, and it is so perfect for setting underneath your eye. Yeah, honestly, I just don't like the way this makes my skin look. Skin just looks so dry. And I don't know, maybe because I know every YouTuber that has suggested this powder has had oily skin. Patrick Star loves it and he has oily skin. Tati loves it and she has oily skin. I think it works a little bit better with a sponge because for me, I love a sponge for anything because of my dryness. But I feel like everybody I've seen use it, like they have oily skin. So maybe like these products are just not working for me because I don't have oily skin and I have like crazy dry skin. Moving on to face powder, the one I'm going to be using is the MAC Mineralized Skinfinish. And this one is really light. This is in Light Plus. And I bought this because I really like this other MAC powder. What is it called? I don't know. It's like my go-to, but it's too dark for me. It's for when I'm tan. Love that one. It just makes my skin look so good. And this one just, I feel like is drying. So again, I feel like all my problem is that like things are drying to me. And so yeah, this one I feel like is just really just drying. This is gonna look really weird on my skin since it's so light, but we're gonna go ahead and put it on. What? Ew. Oh my god. My skin is so dry. I have a little dry flake. I don't know. Whenever I use this powder like with just like a regular foundation, I just feel like it makes my skin look dry and just sits on top of it. Doesn't really like go into it. It just looks cakey. Next, I would usually go in with my bronzer or contour, and I didn't have like a specific bronzer I don't like all the bronzers I have I like. So but there is one thing, and it's from the Anastasia Glow Kit. I don't like this golden bronze color. I just feel like it's too shimmery to be like, it's supposed to be like a glowy bronzer, but it's like shimmer. It's like a highlight. You're putting like a dark highlight you're putting for bronzer. So I thought I would go ahead and use that. I'm gonna go in with this contour. I've actually used this like once and I don't know how I feel about it, but I thought it'd be fun to use it and try it out in today's video. And this is from the NYX The Go-To Palette, and this is just the contour shade. It's not blending well so far. When you put it down, it doesn't really blend. It's kind of patchy. You have to work a little bit hard to blend it out. So powder on my shirt. Great. So for blush, I don't have a blush. I like all the blushes I own, so I'm just gonna go in with this palette again and use the blush because I don't really have an opinion on it. It's a blush. Highlighter, I'm going to be using the Anastasia Moonchild. So it's weird because I really love the Glow Kit, and so what I love about the Glow Kit is they're so buttery feeling, and they're very just like wet looking on the skin. So sometimes though, I feel like sometimes these are a little powdery and I spray them with like some Fix Plus or whatever. But overall, without that, they still look very pretty on my skin and wet, and like they are a part of my skin and not like they're sitting on top of it. But the Moonchild one, I just feel like is very powdery and it just doesn't sit well on my skin. I'm just not a big fan of it. Even like swatch kind of like patchy, and they're not that like blinding. They're just very like frosted to me. Going in with my favorite highlighting brush is the Morphe M501, and I'm gonna use Lucky Clover, this like green one. And on my brush, they just look powdery, and they just like, I don't know if you can see all that powder that just came off, but so much. And then like, to me, they just don't look good. They just don't look like they're, oh, I just dipped into the wrong shade. Okay. And I just feel like a lot, you don't get a lot, like it didn't come out. Okay, I'm putting way too much on. I'm gonna use a different shade on the other side of my face. So I'm just cleaning off my brush, and I'm gonna go in with Blue Ice. That one's a little better. On my nose, I'm gonna go in with Pink Heart. I just feel like I have to dig my brush into it, and then just so much like powder comes out of it. I really like the idea of this though, like these different color highlights. I feel like they're super cute for like really artsy makeup. But as an obviously as an everyday, you don't want like a blue highlighter. But I just don't really like the formula. Moving on to eyes. So this palette is like half and half. This is the Lorac Pro Palette 2. I'm gonna go in with a fluffy brush, and I'm gonna use Buff. Some of the matte shades are good. And I'm just weaving this all over my lid. And all of the frosted ones, well, I haven't really used all the frosted ones because they're kind of weird, but a lot of the frosted ones like are really, the frosted ones like are good. But these mattes, honey, no. They are so chalky. Like, that looks like chalk, patchy, and they just don't look good. Start by going in with Nectar, and it's just this like peachy pink shade right there. And I'm gonna go in with this blending brush. These honestly are just so dry and just, I don't feel like they blend that well. This shade's not that bad because it's like a lighter shade, and so we can't really tell if it's that patchy because honestly, it doesn't even look like I put anything on my eye. So I'm gonna go in with a smaller blending brush. It's just an Anastasia one. And I'm gonna take Plum. Nope. Back in with this blending brush. Trying to blend that all out. And now the color is basically like not even there. With the Plum, I'm going to try to really work this into the crease and see if I can get it to look good. It just doesn't look good on my eye, and I'm honestly trying, like this is how I blend any other shadow. The shade disappears once you have to blend it out. It's just like chalk to me. That's like, it's the chalkiest eyeshadow I think I've ever tried to use. Hi, my name's Simon. Welcome to my channel. So I'm gonna go in with Navy, the blue shade right there. I don't know why I'm trying to make a look out of this mess. I put one of the shimmers from the palette on my lid where I cut it. I'm gonna use silver because I feel like that kind of goes along with the look. I'm gonna try to do a wing with the Benefit push-up liner, and I just feel like this is very like impractical. Like, you can't make a sharp wing with it, and it just doesn't work for me. And your shadow gets all over the tip. It's just and it just gets chunky, and honestly I've had this like for a while, so right now it's a little chunky, but ever since I've had it, like, it's chunky. And this looks like it'd be like a felt tip, just angled felt tip, but it's gel, so. I can't make a good wing with this. It's just, this wing was better than this one. Yeah, it's on my contact. That's how chunky it is. But I definitely just don't recommend this. It's just not worth it. You can't make a good wing. I wasted so much product. The next would be brows, but I don't have like an actual brow product like something to fill in my brows with. But I do have this Anastasia brow, what is this, Tinted Brow Gel. I just don't like how it's like sparkly. Oh my god, I did have a brow product. I'm so stupid. Well, it's Anastasia Dip Brow. Nothing wrong with it, but I don't like it. It's just too thick. Mine's pretty old. It's kind of dried. Lashes are next. The ones I'm going to use are these Kiss, and they're like in the box. It's so messed up, but they're the Kiss Lily Lashes. I thought they looked really cute and natural, but they're really hard to apply, and they're just super like not great. That, girl, that's not cute. That's not cute. Lips is the Too Faced Melted Matte. And this is in Feeling Myself. The color, not me. I don't feel myself. And also, it doesn't ever dry down. I feel really ugly. I really just don't like the way this look looks. Overall, my favorite thing, I guess, would be the concealer. Least favorite, these eyeshadows, the eyeliner, and the lips. The rest of it wasn't that bad. So it's been a few minutes, and usually my liquid lipstick would have dried down by now, but completely, like, you can smudge it. And it's just like, that was nothing on my fingers. That wasn't oil, that wasn't remover, that was nothing. And like, it just smudged away. I look like a freaking clown. I will see you later. Bye. Okay.